Hey guys, welcome back to Point Blank with Genevieve. Today we are going to be talking about my single that I released about 7 months ago called Who's That Girl? It was played by BBC introducing, so I'm extremely happy about that. It is on my debut album, Don't Throw Your Pearls to the Pigs. Still wrapping up some final things on the album, but today we're going to be talking about the track because I've not sat down with you guys and actually taken you through the creative process and talked about the music video. So we're going to watch it together, and I'm just gonna mention a couple of things throughout. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. So I'm gonna watch the music video right now with you. Okay, and it starts with an opening shot. This opening shot was not the original palace that we shot in. So let me just mention, I don't wear pink much. And for this single, I really wanted to go back to femininity and just making everything feminine as much as I could. I feel like the things I've been through in life have resulted in me, to be honest, like sometimes not caring so much about my appearance, wearing trackies, baggy t-shirts, and I stopped wearing fitted outfits. So much of my life, come into play into that as to why I was dressing like that. And I wanted to just get back to the fact that I am a biological female, and just wanted to revisit that. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, you can lose yourself along the way, but you just need to check yourself and like maybe change the way you dress or wear the nice things you used to wear. Do your hair, do your nails, like just stay intact. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like this is what this single did for me. Was just took me back to Who's That Girl, and we'll get into the lyrics and things like that. But yeah, so I wanted to shoot it in something grand. I wanted to shoot it in a palace, so we shot it in Lisbon at a place called Palacio das Especiarias, I believe. The room was 500 euros, but it's like they've only got one suite like this, so that's mostly got pink elements to it, so I was definitely like, we've got to have that. So yeah, the best room I have slept in so far. It was a great experience. Stayed there one night. They did have I believe they had like a spa, but I didn't have time to go to the spa because we were shooting nighttime shots and daytime shots. Because you only get one night there, by the time you can check in, which is about 3 p.m, we started shooting the night shots like in the day, and we shot the day shots the next morning. That's what we did. Let me just think, because I'm just looking at the video now. Yeah, when we got there, we started shooting the sleeping shots. Yeah, so basically so that we wouldn't be working all night. We would, because you have to check out by a certain time. You have to check out by a certain time, so it just worked best. Can't remember exactly why we shot this way, but I think, yeah, this was why we couldn't shoot. Something to do with the light. Obviously the light changes and things like that, so we had to shoot the night shots first, and then we shot the day, even though when we arrived there it was day. But yeah, something to do with the light. We had to basically like flip the day on ourselves to get as much realistic shots done as possible. Yeah, because we wanted to show the girl getting ready. So we get there and we shoot fake sleeping scenes. Okay, so the reason I'm paused on this sleeping scene, well, actually, do you know what? Let me just take you back. Let me take you back to the start. So opening shot, I've told you we've shot at Palacio de Especiarias, right? That's where we shot the whole music video. But the opening shot, that was shot somewhere else, somewhere more tropical, more palm trees. But when it's put together, it does look like the girl is actually in that palace. They're both palaces. And the reason I did that is because the first palace we filmed at didn't have enough space to capture the whole palace. The streets were too narrow, so with a drone, we couldn't fly it that close. But the other one was on a beach, so we got the opening shot on a palace by the beach, and we were able to fly around. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so then obviously shot pans in on her sleeping. Now, to get this shot, multiple takes, because I kept laughing. You have to imagine there's a massive camera coming my way, and the videographer is tiptoeing towards me, like tiptoeing. I can see him tiptoeing. Like, we've done this take so many times. I can see him tiptoeing, and I just can't take him seriously. So I just kept laughing. Even when we had like the perfect shot, I'd have a straight face, and then I'd have the smirk, like, and okay then. Loud cars down this street all the time. So I kept smirking, and we couldn't use the shot, so we just had to just do multiple takes of that till I could actually keep a straight face. And it was a long pan in, from the videographers walking from the window to me, and it's just a long time to pretend to sleep and to keep a straight face. You got the song playing, but then I can just slightly see him creeping up on me, and that's what made me laugh. So eventually we did. I love the shot from above when she opens her eyes. And we wanted to show the girl without makeup, and then you see her putting on her makeup, getting ready. She's walking towards the window. She opens the doors. This shot was never meant to be in there. Nobody liked this shot. Only I liked this shot. I was like, oh, come on, you need the grand opening of the doors. But nobody wanted that shot because the sun wasn't shining. It wasn't a sunrise. You know what I mean? So they just thought that it looked a bit flat, but I think it works. It just adds that grand element to it, doesn't it, when the doors are opening? So she's going to the basin. She's getting ready. You already see her with her makeup on here. I can't remember if you see shots of her doing her makeup. Okay, so she's putting on the perfume. And then, yeah, you see her without makeup and then makeup again. Like a self-reflection thing going on there. Oh, I'm wearing that ring right now, that ring you just saw. Sick shot. I do love this blazer when it's over the shoulder, but I wore it like this, yeah, I just had to wear it like this when you're sitting down, do you know what I mean? So let's talk about this guy. So this guy, he works at the palace, the mysterious man. We saw him and we were like, you look like you should be in a movie, you look so photogenic. We're actually staying here tonight, and when they welcomed us, they gave us a really nice sherry to drink. Absolutely loved it. Sorry, I just had to check something. So they welcomed us with a really nice sherry, and we enjoyed that. And I said to him, we're shooting a music video, would you mind playing a chess game with me? Because I wanted the girl to win in this music video. And we thought, well, we could show that by her playing a chess game and she wins. She checkmates him. and he was just well up for it, and he looked amazing, he looked the part. And yeah, we paid him to, well, because he said yes to be in my music video. So yeah, he looks absolutely great. So yeah, she's gonna have a chess match, and in the end you see her win. All of this is acting. Obviously, we've planned the moves that he's making. We've planned the moves that I'm making so that she could checkmate him. The table shots, this space is open to everyone. The table shot you just saw is a space open to everyone. You've got people at the palace, they're around us. We aren't the only ones there. So you got people that were off to the left that were sort of peering in, watching every now and again. But we just had to do what we could with the time that we had, because we didn't want to take over. Obviously, everybody else is there to enjoy their night as well. So we just had to work around each other and just let them know that, yeah, we're just shooting something. Oh my days, so the earrings I'm wearing right now, we shot this table scene. We did a fantastic take, but I didn't have my earrings in. And I said to Digo, the videographer, I said, oh, I haven't got my earrings in, like, where are the earrings? And I was frantically looking for them. I was like, we've got to do it all again, Digo. I ain't got the earrings. It's not the look. It's not the vintage look. So we had to scrap everything we had just shot to get the shot with the earrings, so that the character doesn't look the same throughout. Also, her hair has changed now. I haven't got the same hair now. To do this hair, it took me over an hour because I was doing it. I didn't have a hairstylist or a makeup stylist. Makeup artist, actually. It took me like an hour, and it was just long, like the amount of gel. And I'm still not happy with the look. Like, it could have been way more vintage and just way more combed in and curl. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen those looks. But yeah, you know what? It ended up being all right. These shots we shot at a mini stage they had downstairs. It was like a mini stage. Sorry, I'm looking at my reflection to make sure this blazer doesn't crease up and look ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he's shaking his head and he's throwing over the piece because he just got checkmate. She stands up, she's won the game. She makes the wall booms when she speaks, because why? Because now everyone's listening to her. All eyes on her, all eyes on this girl. It's never been all eyes on her. But now is her time to be everything she's wanted to be. And from this moment on, the girl checkmates everything in her life and checkmates everyone in her life. And she makes people question themselves now for what they've put her through. So she grabs the glass. We did a couple takes of that. She stayed prayed up for the fight. Think twice if you want to second guess her. Tonight's not your night. And they asking where she's from. So yeah, absolutely love this shot of the guys, of him standing there. And we did a couple of takes, because we had to act this. So we had to act it out. So we said to him, look, I'll come down the stairs. When I'm halfway, you look at me and you put your hand out to show that you're ready for her to come down, and you shake her hand. Because we did a take when I would come down and he didn't put out his hand to shake, and it doesn't look the part. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're literally shooting movies here. Do you know what I mean? So everyone's got to be playing their part. And then, we got the right take and the right timing where he looks at me before I look at him, and that was the whole point. We do wish that he didn't have that cable in his pocket though. Do you know what I mean? Rookie era, the cable in his pocket. Also, I had a price tag that we had to edit out. The price tag of this blazer that I hadn't taken off. We'll talk about the blazer in a minute. So she shakes his hand, walks off scene, and just zooms in on her. I don't like that shot at the end of me. I just don't like it. But I don't know why. I just don't like that shot. But we needed a finishing shot. Do you know what I mean? I guess I just find it a bit weird when it's all eyes on me. When do you know what I mean? When it's time to actually face the music and you zoom in on me, I'm just a bit like, can you not? Weirdly enough, even though like I want to be the forefront of telling my own story, because I've lived it, I just don't like that shot. I don't like how it's just sort of all about her, but I guess that's the point. Let's talk about this blazer. So I copped this from a vintage store in Lisbon. Obviously, they only had one. And it was, I think it was 60 euros. Not bad. One piece. I love that the sleeves look like fire. But it's like a pretty fire because it's coiled up. It's like flames. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, details. And I think with the earrings and the pink, we really loved this look, to be honest. We really pulled it off. Like, let me think, what else? I do like the scenes at the basement. We didn't need to do any extra lighting. That was the natural disco lighting that was there. And it's just a moment where you zoom in on the go. This is a reflection of where she wants to end up. Like on stage, doing her music, doing her shows. The song's all about, who's that girl? That they've never known her like this. They've never seen her like this. And it's like, who is she? Even with the cover art, now that we've paused on this frame, this is actually the official cover art. If I had to redo it, it was something like, so she turns her head and it was just something like, do you know what I mean? That's actually how we, I just took that frame and I made it the official cover art. And oh my days, did I spend weeks and months trying to make a cover art? Like, I was showing people, I was like, the text ain't working. Who's that girl, Genevive? Like, it's the text on the cover art is not working. And then my manager said to me, just take off the text and have no text at all. So that forces them to say and to think, who's that girl? I mean, come on. What a sick idea. So that all you see is my face, but there's no text on the cover art. So of course you're going to be like, who's that? Who's that girl? Brilliant. You know, if you know like anything about fado, that genre of music in Portugal, there's a lady that works there and she is a fado singer. And I had this idea, like meeting her and being in that experience. I wanted to actually make a type of song where her vocal would be on my track. Like, oh gosh, you know what fado sounds like. Just have a little sample of her. Like, she really inspired me. Yeah, she really inspired me, and it's probably something I might actually still do. Yeah. So she don't drink on a Saturday. She stays prayed up for that fight. Think twice if you want to second guess her. Tonight's not your night. So she don't drink on a Saturday. She's staying sober-minded for the fight. You know, well, what fight? overcoming her enemies. She's walking away from everything. At this point, the girl knows who she is. You don't know who she is because you're saying, who's that girl? But she knows who she is. And this is real stuff that I'm going through. Like, I just feel like my whole life, every time I had an opinion, it was too strong for people to handle. Every time I said something, it would be said to me, are you sure, like, you want to respond like that? Like, can't you downplay it? And I've tried my whole life to downplay it, and it just shrinks everything about who you're supposed to be. And up until I just finally accepted that, no, this is who I am. I am an opinionated person, and this is why I have this podcast. It's for opinionated people. But yes, I do think it's important to process before you say something and to not just be reckless. But the whole point of these lyrics is, I've never been about the drinking, the clubbing, the partying. Yes, I've done those things. I've been clubbing with people, been partying. I've been around those atmospheres, but it's not something that I indulge in. I quite like to keep a clear mind. Like, yeah, we've had a great time, now back to reality. I don't like to linger in, like, hangovers and, do you know what I mean, that type of thing. So, because I understand that there's a fight and your opponent can never catch you off guard. You've always got to be a step ahead. That's how I view myself, and I guess that's the character that I take on in this song. Like, I embody this whole thing. That's what I had to do. You might think I'm putting on an act, but this is literally how I feel, just fed up of all the other seasons in my life. You know, like, what does she say? Quiet in the room, when she speaks, make the walls boom. Like, I think the most attractive thing is when you meet somebody and they're not the loudest in the room. Yeah, they might be really opinionated once they do open their mouth, but you would never know that up until you actually spoke to them. I'm quite a reserved person, and so when I do speak, yeah, it makes the walls boom, because people are like, I can't believe she just said that. That's the whole point. They see this mysterious girl. She's always looking sharp when she shows up, and they're like, who is that? But then when I speak, are you able to actually handle that? That's the whole point. Like, everybody thinks, you look great, oh, you look amazing, you know, this, that, this, the other. But when I start to speak my mind, they step back because they're like, that's too much for me to handle. So this girl is just where I am at in my life right now, where I'm actually believing, sorry, I'm just watching it. Where I'm actually believing that I am more, that I'm capable of achieving the things that I want. And also just the pink, do you know what I mean? The pink that I'm wearing is reminding me that this is the girl you've always wanted to be, the girl who wins. Like, yeah, you've been through some things, but get up now. Don't stay down. She keeps that armor on. One day they'll put her on. No one tells her she's amazing. She dreams of herself standing 10 feet tall. So she dreams of herself standing 10 feet tall. Do you know what I mean? So she dreams of herself standing 10 feet tall. And also in this season, she's wanting to get like her music out, and just the struggles that I've had with that to actually get my music going, get my music out. And I'll make more videos on that. But yeah, the girl is just at a season where she knows where she's heading. So yeah, gosh. Something that was extremely painful though, like I have to tell you guys. So like years ago, I had a dermal piercing on my chest. And I actually had 2 dermal piercings. And when I shoot my music videos, depending on what I wear, it obviously shows up. And it used to look really bad. So I was like, oh, you know, I've got to track this out, or at least ask the videographer to track this out, which if you know about video editing, that takes hours. People aren't really willing to do that. But we got round it anyway, but that's what needed to be done for this music video, because I just wasn't happy with the way that the scar had looked. And it's actually something that I want to get removed. I don't think I looked after it well enough, and that's why it left a really big scar. You can't see it now, but it just depends on maybe the lighting and stuff. But yeah, we actually tracked out that scar for this whole music video. Yeah, it makes me miss the days when I didn't have the dermal piercing. But if I've never had it, then maybe you'd still want it, you know. It was pretty anyway when I had two. Oh my days. Okay, so let me just take you back to the dress scene. So my dress actually ripped just with all the movement, because I was getting ready in my dress. I was doing my makeup in the dress, like not proper makeup, but you know when you just do like a natural base, that's what I did. And then I accidentally ripped the dress, and then you could see it throughout all the shots. So it's like reshooting everything again so that you don't see the rip. And also we don't have a stylist on board, so do you know what I mean? I'm counting on the videographer to help me and to just shout out like if you can see something. So it was tough, but we got there in the end anyway. Yeah. And yeah, I guess a side note, I didn't want to sexualize myself in this video. So obviously I'm not seen in dresses a lot. To be honest, I should be wearing more dresses. But I remember the walk-in shot to the window. I was like, oh, is that not a bit too much? Like, of the body on the back. Like, I'm always just conscious, is that not too much bum in the music video? So yeah, we just had to use shots where things aren't so obvious. Do you know what I mean? Because like, at the end of the day, everyone's been in a nightie. You've probably been in a night dress. And it's like, sometimes when you have to tell a story, you know, like you want to be in a nightie, you want to be in a night dress, but how do you shoot it modestly? So obviously I'm thinking about all these things while I'm shooting, while I'm walking. And if it looks too much, I just won't have it. Yeah, so the mirror shot, this shot is something that I'm quite proud of, because we struggled to get the lighting right for this mirror shot, or to not have the camera in it. And I just said to my videographer, oh, let's try it like this. And he didn't actually think it was going to work at all, but then it did, and it was the one. I managed to get it how I wanted it. Because you got no camera, but you got the lighting's good. Because remember, my videographer who's filming this, he's holding his camera and he's holding the light. Sorry, so he's filming with the camera and he's holding a light as well at the same time. So it was hectic. A lot of work actually went into this, but we really pulled it off. I think that's everything, guys. Yeah, do go watch it. Drop a comment if you still haven't listened to it. And join me next time where we talk about something different. I just wanted to stop by and to take you on the Hootie G journey. And yeah, thank you for listening. I'll see you next time.